about.
Just about.
Got you.
Emotions, can you put it into words?
Very, very emotional. I've been emotional all day, to be honest, which is very unlike me, sort of around the game day. But we just knew what was at stake today. For all the people here, all the people back in Newcastle, we just wanted to do them proud. We were desperate to try and win the trophy after all the years of hurt, and I'm so pleased, not just with the result, but the performance. I thought we deserved the win today.
We've talked a few times during this Carabao Cup campaign. Did it feel different this time? We talked about it feeling very business-like after the semi-final win. You changed a few things coming into the final. Did it have a different feel around it 2 years ago?
It did have a different feel. As I said, it was less emotional, even though I could sense the players were where they needed to be. But it's always dictated by the pitch, the result and the performance, because your perception of what goes on before changes afterwards, if that makes sense. So we've won the game and everything will be reviewed positively, but I did think the preparation was really good. I was very confident the players would perform today.
They will have loads of questions for you. Just before they do, when the Liverpool goal was given and there was still 5 or 6 minutes to go, what is going on in your head? Because you still have to remain cool and calm, but the nerves among Shea and Les and your fans, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, sort of going through my head was loads of different things. Extra time, because any sub you make then carries on. But we always make it difficult for ourselves. It was never going to be a 2-0. You're not comfortable, but relatively comfortable. So when the goal went in, I thought it was a handball. I couldn't understand how it was given, but there you go.
I said before the break, there's a statue of Bobby Robson at the stadium. I think there'll be a statue of you soon after today. I mean, just what you've done for the people in Newcastle, the hurt all those years. I mean, I was there long enough. The pain they've been through, it's just quite emotional talking about when you see their faces today and how they've got behind you, I suppose.
Yeah, we were well aware of the history, and we wanted to do the football club proud today. We desperately wanted to perform. We desperately wanted to win. We wanted to score. I mean, it's been so long even since we've scored at Wembley. So all those things, we're trying to break new ground, and I think hopefully this is a turning point for us. I thought we were magnificent today. We showed what we are truly capable of.
And you've always been fantastic at set piece from your Bournemouth days. Today, a big detail in the match was the corners, and obviously Dan Burn with McAllister. Was that something that you felt or sensed and obviously worked on, the way you could get some success today?
It's funny with set plays. We've worked consistently on certain set plays for 2 weeks in preparation for this game. And sometimes they come off and sometimes they don't, but when if you'd seen us in practice, you'd go, they've got no chance.
Well, I saw the first one you tried to play short, made a mess of that one, but the rest of them, you were playing them into Dan Burn. He was huge.
Dan will be the first to admit he hasn't practiced like that. I mean, when he scored it, we're like, me and Jace turned to each other, we couldn't believe it, but he was, I mean, I thought all the players were magnificent today, but in particular Dan, I thought he was an absolute colossus for us.
Eddie, where'd you go now? I mean, we know this is the start of the journey in terms of winning the trophy. Where do you want to take this team now?
I just want to enjoy it first, Les, if I can. I'm always about tomorrow. I'm the worst.
Can I just say, you ain't got to worry about that, because for the next 7 weeks you will just be enjoying. There'll just be parties in Newcastle.
I'm going to put the coaching books away for a couple of days.
Good.
That's very rare for me to say, and just try and savour it and enjoy the moment.
Eddie, I mean, looking at the game, you completely overpowered Liverpool. You were quite direct in the game. Was that a deliberate ploy, because maybe the games Liverpool have had and they have looked quite jaded of late?
Yeah, I actually thought both teams were quite direct today. We were direct, we had a game plan, but I thought they were, and I thought we dealt with that really, really well. And I think it was a typical cup tie. No one wanted to make a mistake. There wasn't a great amount of pretty football played, but I thought we were really effective in both boxes.
Just a couple more before we let you go and join in the celebrations. When you played Liverpool, 3 weeks ago, something like that, in the league, did you try and keep your powder dry on some things in that game?
Yeah, I can say it now. Yeah, we did, because we didn't want to show our hand. We didn't want Liverpool to get a glimpse of us, so we changed everything. Obviously, I didn't tell the players that, and we still wanted to win the game. We just tried to do it in a different way.
And Dan Burn, I know you just talked about him there, but he was that first wave of signings, those January signings, which were all about getting the right character. Kieran Trippier, another, in that January transfer window. So much still comes back to that window, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, that window, you could see it behind the scenes, that was really, really tough. We were desperately trying to bring good players in, but most importantly, good characters that we knew could outlive the window. It wasn't just about staying up, although that was number one. It was what happens after the window. You don't want to be left with long contracts with players that you're going to outgrow very quickly. So when you look back now, we did unbelievably well in that window, and that's a tribute to everyone involved.
And when you won the first leg at the Emirates, the first thing you did when the final whistle went, you put your hand next to Jason's and went calm. Did you do the same with the final whistle here?
No, I didn't.
straight
But I think you have to be very respectful of the opposition. I have to say Liverpool were class today.
Well, you went round all the Liverpool players.
Liverpool were class today. I mean, that speaks volumes for them as a football club, how they reacted in that moment. So we've been there 2 years earlier. It's not easy.
Celebrations tonight.
I think there'll be one or two.
Eddie, I've got two that are very desperate to get to the party tonight. They want to know where it is, less and shape. What is it, a big market? Where are you going to be tonight?
Let me tell you, Jamie, you're speaking to the wrong person. JT's the man.
Oh, Jason, it's a bit shy at the moment, Jason. He's in the middle of every photo. He's absolutely loving it out there, isn't he?
He's been first class for me. I can't speak highly enough of him.
I know that.
Right, congratulations.
Please,
thank you for all the time you give us. Go and enjoy your celebrations. ITV viewers going to leave us very soon, so let's just look at the two Newcastle goals.